All right. What's our topic today, girls?
Oh, what's our topic today?
Exercise!
Dun, 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 dun.
I feel like we're all like those jazzercise days.
Yeah.
Hiya!
Hiya! How's it going?
Very good. Everything's good.
Yeah.
Good. And hello
Happy
to all of
weekend.
our listeners and followers. And we are so happy you're here. And we hope you enjoy our topic today. And keep telling all your friends, to subscribe and like and listen. And it's awesome. You guys.
Comments. We love comments.
We love it so much. It's so amazing.
And building the community will be a lot of fun. Just a lot of the same people over and over every week. That's why it's great, isn't it? Tell your friends and make sure your friends are part of the community. So we're just a big group of friends.
Yes.
Yeah. We're getting great feedback. Great feedback. I wanted to tell you guys of one comment that we got regarding supporting women. One of my friends reached out from Kansas City, and she was telling me that they have built the first ever all-women's soccer stadium in Kansas City.
Oh my goodness.
That's fantastic.
Wow, that is so cool.
Which is so cool.
Yeah.
And they have their chant is KC Baby.
And
all of the vendors and the restaurants around the stadium are all female owned businesses.
Oh my gosh.
So
that's great.
That is incredible.
Shout out to Kansas City for leading the way in that.
Absolutely.
That is
Patrick
super
Mahomes
cool.
and his wife, Brittany, are owners of the team. And so she was a soccer player, I guess. So she's supporting it. And my friend said the energy, everybody's wearing the colors. Everybody was just high energy, the men and the women. And it was just such an experience. So
that is
I wanted to share that. So if you're in Kansas City, go to watch the KC Current because they're going to be making big changes in this world.
Starting a trend.
Yeah, I hope so.
Seriously.
And like you say, kudos to Kansas City, the city, for totally getting behind that, supporting it, the city planners and all of the people. And I mean, that is a phenomenal step in the right direction.
Yes, it is.
Just for everybody.
Yeah, it pumps me up, man.
For young girls to go and watch that. I mean, how cool. 8, 9, 10 years old. And then you get players that you're following, and that's awesome. We got to make a trip out there one day.
Yeah, that'd be fun. That would be fun.
Yeah, that's so cool. Awesome.
Very good.
Yeah.
Cool. So
all right.
Thanks for sharing that.
Yeah, very good.
All right. So what about our I am statements?
Everybody got their I am.
Jan?
I'll go first.
Okay.
So I am setting clear goals, and I am taking action towards them. So that's I have all these little thoughts in my head, and I need to put them down and just do it, and not let fear get in my way, man. So
I like that.
Yeah,
that's right. Are you writing them down?
I am. I did write that down. Yes, I'm writing my
Your
goals down. Yes, I'm writing my goals down for sure.
I'll tell you what, though, I like that I am statement because clarity is so important. And I think that we forget that. I notice that even in class. Like I tell people, if you have a clear idea of the sentence you want to create, it's much easier to then create it in Spanish. But if you're not clear, you're frustrated. So you're right. I mean, clarity is key.
For sure.
I like that.
Thanks.
Yeah. Tish, go ahead.
I am taking care of my health every single day.
Nice.
That's my I am statement.
It's a good one. I like it. Yep.
Gotta keep that up there.
That's right.
Reminding ourselves.
Up in the noggin. I gotta keep reminding myself.
That's right.
Mine is I am open. I am open to opportunity.
Love
Wherever
it. Yes,
it comes.
You are.
I am open to it.
Yes.
Love it.
That's a good one. That is a good one.
Yeah.
Sometimes it comes a knocking and you don't let it in, right?
You got to open the door.
Open that damn door. Let that opportunity in.
I'll tell you what, though. That is weird that sometimes you have a habit of saying, oh, no, it's okay. Not you, me,
Yeah.
people in general. My sister and I just talked about this at dinner last night. She gifted me some money for doing a thing for her. It wasn't a huge amount. It was just a thankful amount to say, I appreciate the time you took, and I would have had to pay a professional. Every other time in my life, I would have said, no, it's fine. I did it. And I'm trying to get this concept of, if I want to be abundant, I have to allow it in.
Yes.
And that is and yesterday I went, oh, fantastic. Thank you. It was a pleasure. It's the first time I've ever done that with her. And she looked at me and she smiled, and I looked at her and I was like, I got to allow abundance in if I'm going to be abundant, you know?
Yeah, for
That's
sure.
right.
So it is funny. You're right, Jana. You see the door open, you got to say, oh yeah, that's right. I'm open to opportunities. So there's one.
Yeah, that's perfect.
Yeah.
That's kind of like
Very
compliments
if
too.
we keep exactly.
That's exactly right.
Letting compliment,
you gotta
letting
let
people
that energy
compliment
in
you.
if you want more of it. Yep.
You got to let the energy in. I mean, God, how many times I constantly do. Oh, your hair looks great. Oh, it was horrible
oh my
today.
God.
Yeah.
This
bad
like
habit.
Bad.
Yeah. It's a bad habit.
A habit you got to stop.
Yeah.
Right.
All right. What's our topic today, girls?
Oh, what's our topic today?
Exercise.
Dun, 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 dun.
I feel like we're all like those jazzercise days.
Yeah. Splash. Oh, flash dance. That's what it's called. Yeah.
Woo. Flash dance. Yeah. Okay, so this is like a hot topic, especially for women our age, and sometimes it can get a really bad rap. But I wanted to kind of share something that has changed the way that I think about exercise. And really, I don't even say exercise anymore. I just say move my body.
Yeah.
Because it's more positive than exercise. Because exercise, I feel like, has like a negative connotation, or can, especially if you've struggled with your weight, or struggled with injuries, or struggled with motivation. But so the way I look at it is, I've changed my concept of what it means to exercise completely. And I've changed how I look at myself as an athlete. So I just call myself an athlete.
Yeah.
Am I?
It's a good thing.
That's who's, it's not your business whether I'm an athlete or not. I'm an athlete, right?
Yeah. Right.
I don't need to be a certain weight to be happy. I'm happy and perfect just the way I am. And I find joy in moving my body. And I think the way we talk to ourselves about it is so powerful. It's almost like, I don't know if you guys have read Atomic Habits, but Atomic Habits, read it if you haven't. It's the most amazing book. But it talks about identity. Like, what is your identity? And if your identity is, I'm overweight, I'm fat, I'm not going to be happy until I lose 20 pounds. This hurts, I can't do anything. That's your identity, right? But if your identity is, I'm an athlete, I like to eat healthy food, I like to walk my dog, I like to dance, I am healthy, you're going to move in that direction. But if you're always beating yourself up, and sometimes it does hurt to move your body, but we still want to do it. And so I have this mantra that I recently started hiking, and with Atomic Habits, they also talk about habit stacking. So you do something that you like on top of something that you quote need to do. So I love coffee shops. So every Saturday morning I do a hike, and then I go to a different coffee shop.
Oh, that's great.
That's perfect. Yeah.
Right.
That's perfect.
And the whole time I'm hiking, I'm thinking, this is my mantra. I have a strong body, but I have a stronger mind. And so the whole time, even if I'm hurting or I'm tired or I don't feel like my body is strong and my mind is stronger. And it just helps me get through. And I just hope that as we get older, it's sometimes we don't feel as good or whatever, but if we just change the way we're talking to ourselves, first of all, it's more enjoyable. Second of all, it's like you're going to get further if you just are nice to yourself and look at it differently.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's so true.
And I was thinking about you guys, like Tish, you walk with your sister.
Yeah.
And it's motivating to you. And it's also like you guys are coming up with these transformations of the two of you, and it's all with moving your body, and that is no coincidence.
Yeah, you're exactly right.
And then Jana, who's playing volleyball with her husband, that is, you're moving your body, but more importantly, you're forming like this beautiful thing with your husband. You guys are doing something fun together.
Yeah.
But you have found that speaks to you. And maybe it's gardening for somebody else, or maybe it's doing squats while you're brushing your teeth. Anything you can do to move your body, but it's going to give you meaning. But it's just tweaking, and it goes right along with what we're talking about in our lives.
Oh yeah. It's right in alignment.
It's mindset.
Yeah.
It's not, I need 20 pounds to be off of my body before I'm happy. No. Like you'll never get there because you're always down here, right?
Yeah.
But if you say, I've lost 20 pounds and I feel great, I weigh my ideal weight right now, it just changes everything.
Yeah.
So
it's interesting because thinking about exercise, when you were just talking for some reason, it reminded me that when I was younger, like in my 20s, 30s, and even my early 40s, I wasn't interested in exercise. I'm not exactly sure why, but it never intrigued me whatsoever. And then I got into my mid 40s and I knew like I got to start moving my body. But I knew that all along. It's just that I always had a gym membership and I would go, but then I would go maybe a couple months and then I would get out of it. But I didn't exactly know what I enjoyed when I was young. And I don't know that I had enough time to explore what I enjoyed because life was happening. I had bills and dating and, I guess when you're young, your mind is focused on a lot of other areas. And then when I got in my 40s is when I started walking. And I, when my mom passed, I got into a Kundalini yoga class. And I did that Kundalini yoga really saved me, those breathing exercises. But what I took from it was realizing exactly what you're saying, Jen. It's got to be that I formed a program that works for me in literally like when I wake up in the morning, I only do a few of these Kundalini exercises from that program. And then I take another from something else I learned back, in the day. And I do 15 minutes of those exercises for my lower back and my spine. And then I do my meditation and then I walk. But those are the only things that I look forward to. So those are the only things I started doing. Once I realized only do things that you look forward to, exercise became a whole different thing for me. Like it just shifted everything where I love doing it. And if I don't do it, I really miss it. If I don't walk in the day, I really miss it. If I don't do my exercises first thing in the morning and have a nice meditation session, I really do miss it. It's like, you think I can get it before I go to bed tonight? Like I'm trying to really, I enjoy it. Yeah. So it's what you're saying. It's a mindset. Who are you and what do you enjoy doing?
Yeah. I think for me, I've always worked out my whole life. Like, I've always like weight trained or done, I love classes because I love the music and it's motivating for the music. And so,
me too,
and I feel like when I was younger, I did, a lot more hardcore kind of stuff. And I find the older I get, I just don't really, I like weight training classes. Those are really fun to me. But now I find that, like if I have a break in my schedule and it's a really beautiful day, I'm like, oh my gosh, I'm going to bring some clothes. I have a break in my schedule. I'm going to go for a walk at the park. So there's a really pretty park downtown. And, so I don't know. I'm with you though. It has to be something that you enjoy to do because that's what's super motivating. But I feel so much better when I keep exercise into my routine, my weekly routine. But I'm trying to forgive myself a little bit more of not working out as hard as I used to. I think I used to say, oh, you got to work out 5 days a week, and that just doesn't happen anymore. So I just try to tell myself you need to move, kind of thing. And whatever it is, feel good about it. So, like tomorrow's exercise is going to be going to the slide park with my grandson. I feel like that's exercise because, running around in those little,
sure.
But I feel like that's a fun exercise. That's moving and, getting up off the floor. So, but I mean, I think we should count that as all these things that we do as exercise, and we're moving and we're active. So I don't know.
Right. And I have a very good friend of mine that she's bedridden with a form of Parkinson's, and she would kill to be able to go to the slide park with her grandchild, or go for a hike, or go for a walk, or do yoga, And if we think of it like, we get to do this, like we get to move and cherish our body, and our body is a temple. And, it hurts me to see women talk so poorly about themselves and immobilize themselves just with their thoughts. It's not even their bodies, it's just their thoughts. So
I think we make it tough though. Well, not we, but society, what we've been sort of brainwashed. When we lump in exercise with dieting and with our weight, it becomes something that's really not enjoyable. Like all of my life, it's exercise had to do with being on a diet, and then I was going to exercise as well, and then I was going to lose weight.
Right.
And there have been moments in my life, very small windows of my life, where I've been in shape, like I started running in my 30s for a very small amount of time. And I remember getting on a bus. I was traveling and I had some shoes on that were Brooks running shoes. And the guy next to me said, "Oh, you're a runner." And I said, "Yeah, but I hate it." And that was the truth. And I think I even asked you, Jana, one day, like I had been running for 6 months and I still hated it. And I kept saying, at what point does it get better?
Yeah, enjoyable.
I want to go for a run. And for some people it does, but for me, it never got enjoyable. And the guy said to me, "I've been running 11 years and I have to push myself to go every day. But at the end, I'm happy." Well, at the end, I was happy too, but not wanting to do it was just enough for me to not be able to hold on to that habit for a long time. And that's why I started, doing different things, hiking. And, my sister and her friend go on weekend trips for biking. Yeah. And I think it's wonderful because they'll bike 30, 40 miles in a day on the beach, not even thinking, Right. And so when she gets home, she'll do little bike rides because she misses being on a bike. And like she talks about, like, I can smell things, I can hear things I never, see or do in a car. And so I do think it's not just, if it was just exercise, that I think I would have done it a lot earlier, but I wrapped it always in with my weight and losing weight and dieting. And that I wasted so much time on that because really I should have been walking my entire life. I should have went for a walk every single night since I was 20 years old. 20 years old, anybody can benefit from a walk every day. Yeah. It's not an age thing,
Right. And I think because of our age now, weight gain around the middle is pretty common, and it's normal, ladies, it's normal. And so now, and beautiful. And now we're trying to get rid of it, and we're all stressed about getting rid of it and blah, blah, blah. No, let's just move. We're beautiful and perfect the way we are. Yeah. And no, we're not what we used to be, but that's okay too.
Yeah.
Anyway, so
the volleyball league that I joined, it's at a church, and they have a pretty competitive, like it's a cool mix of people age wise. But when I first joined, it's been over 10 years ago, there was a 80-year-old woman playing volleyball. And I just remember looking at her thinking, what a badass she is. I mean, she couldn't like dive for balls or anything like that, but she could serve, she could pass. It was just amazing to see. And I thought, wow, she inspires me, like that's awesome. Yeah. She's moving. She's with her grandson played, it was just super cool. I don't know.
So fun.
I just thought it was such a neat thing. And I have memories of my grandma. I remember I had two grandmas, one that couldn't walk, and then I'd go visit the other one in Michigan. And I just remember being a kid. This is the weirdest memory, but it sticks with me. But she got on the floor with me. And I remember going, oh my God, she got on the floor? Like I couldn't believe that she was on the floor. And I think my entire life, like seriously, it's been in my head that I'm like, I'm going to get on the floor with my grandkids. That's my thing, you know? And I always want to. And so I just feel like, gosh, just practicing getting up off the floor is something that you should do for the next 20, 25 years. Because, you know, even doing home health in our medical field and things like that, that's a hard thing to do as you see these older people, older than us too. But even some people our age can't do that. So anyway, it's cool.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
What were you going to say,
move
Jen?
Your bodies. Well, I was trying to go off of that. Like that is our goal. Like we are grandmothers that play with our kids on the floor.
Yeah, for sure.
Not I'm old and I need to practice and It's no, this is who we are and this is who we're going to be.
Yeah, for sure.
And that's not my goal because I don't have grandkids, but
you'll be around young kids with your nieces and nephews' children.
Yeah, that's it. My goal, not necessarily even is kid driven. My goal is that though, to be able to, oftentimes I think like, can I run for a bus if I'm running late? Mine always centers around travel.
Function.
Like, can I lift my bag up on the overhead? I mean, it sounds crazy, but can I squeeze around somebody and lift my legs up to get over them? And when I travel, that's when I'm starting to work out before I travel that's where my head is always at, you know, is can I do all these things? And that is the one thing that motivates me to go, all right, well, maybe I'll get those bands a little bit and do this, you know, because as much as I want to lose or tighten this up, it's not motivating if I'm just sitting around in the same atmosphere all the time. Well, what's the point of
tricep curls? Yeah.
It's crazy. But when I know that I have to have strength for something, I'm like, all right, I can go get those bands and do it. You know?
So you can just get a heavy suitcase and do a little of this.
For real. It'd probably be more motivating.
Really.
I need to get my headband on, maybe. That'll even be more motivating.
I think that's pretty motivating, I'm not going to lie. Oh, Olivia Newton-John, I miss you.
The gear?
Yeah, I remember we had sweatbands on the... It was awesome.
Let's
get physical.
Leg warmers.
Oh, leg warmers were so cool.
Oh, leg warmers. Those came back for a while.
Let's get into physical. Let me hear your body talk.
Oh, wow.
Yeah.
That was great.
Awesome.
Very good.
Hopefully we motivated just one or two people to just move your body and change the mindset.
It's a mindset. Yeah.
It's a mindset.
It's not changing your body. It's changing your mind first. Yeah.
For sure. Yeah.
What were you going to say, Jan?
No, I was going to say, and it doesn't have to,
what were you going to say,
Jen? It doesn't have to be like, don't think of it as exercise. Just move. Like Jen said, it's about just moving, you know, be proud of yourself for moving. That's all we got to do.
Yeah.
So.
Yep. That's exactly right. So that's our golden nugget?
Yeah.
I think that's our nugget.
I think you just wrapped it up, Jana.
Yeah. I'd say that's the nugget for the day.
That's a great
for
golden nugget.
Yeah.
I like
it.
Right.
Yo, body.
Get up.
Get down. Get all around. Get up. Get down.
You know, it's funny though. That was my mom's exercise. So for me, it's walking. I love walking because my mind is overactive and it bothers me. So for me, walking is the one thing that calms it down. But my mom was dancing. So no matter when you walked into her house, her music was blasting. And she was
dancing.
Always. I'd walk in and I'd be like, oh yeah, I remember this song, you know, because it'd always be like Earth, Wind and Fire or something. She'd be grooving and she'd say, I danced 6 songs today. And I'm like, oh, that's good.
I love that.
Yeah.
Oh, that's so
I love
cute.
that.
I love that.
I mean, that's a fabulous exercise.
Yes,
and on
it
your
is.
own, what a mood changer
Yes.
music and dance is. Because your body is releasing all those trapped spaces and those trapped energies, you know?
Yes.
Dance is an amazing way to feel better.
Yeah.
There's so many things. All right.
What I think we should say is chime in. Tell us in the comments section what you do, because we do want to know. And not only we want to know, but other people who are watching those comments want to know. So let us know what you do to relax.
Yeah.
And keep your
move your body.
Yeah. Let us know.
Yeah. Because I think if we all collaborate and we're all like, oh, I never even thought about that. Oh, I never even thought about that. Like there's power in ideas and imagination. And so share what you guys do, because I'm sure we could all use an extra little, creative
I would love
way
an
to
extra.
move.
Yeah. I would love to incorporate a new one.
Yeah. All right.
Very good, girls.
All right.
Sending you all love and peace and much health. And we hope to see you next Monday.
Yeah.
All right. Bye.
All right.
Bye,
See you,
guys.
girls.